Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's whiskey reviews.
Guess who this guy is? I don't know.
This is Billy, and I'm Mike, and today we have a nice treat for you. The Springbank
It might be a treat for us.
16-year-old
Literally might be a treat for us.
local barley. And it's going to be a treat for us.
Look at this package.
Interesting box.
So these things, obviously these things don't just happen on a whim. He didn't just show up here before and I didn't see this and was like hidden from me the whole time. I said, Mike, look at that. Look at your package. And he's like, you talking about my package? And I'm like, no, the package of the thing.
So this
got weird.
This Springbank's the first Springbank we brought you. This is a Campbeltown whiskey, which is on the west coast of Scotland. It's like a little peninsula that is sort of southeast of Islay. Springbank is a distillery that actually makes 3 different kinds of whiskey.
Tell me about it.
They make the Springbank. They also make the Long Row, which is a peated version of their whiskey.
We love peat.
Yeah, I've had one Long Row one time, an 11-year-old. It was really good. It was spicy. And then I can't remember what the third whiskey they make is. I had it written down, but I've kind of drawn a blank.
It's all right.
Regardless,
they can look it up.
Regardless, this is the first Springbank we've brought you. I've had one other Springbank in my life, so it's only the second Springbank I've ever had. But what's nice about this whiskey is this is a rarity. The reason why it's rare is they come out with ones every year, but the local barley is something they haven't done in roughly 5 years. I don't know the reason why. The previous
Maybe
one,
they don't make enough barley.
maybe not. The previous one was 11-year-old, I believe, and I also think they made a 13-year-old. So this is the oldest local barley that I've seen before.
So I've heard a rumor that they literally at this place they literally do everything.
Everything by hand is what I hear too. So the local barley, clearly they get the barley here locally. It actually says the farm or whatever it actually comes from. I know they malt their own floors. I believe they naturally fire up their own kilns and everything. So I also believe they actually make the bottles and actually physically bottle it right there on site, like they make the glass.
By hand they bottle these. I've heard.
That's what I've heard.
Which, for me as an entrepreneur who does, I'm a tattoo. I don't know if anybody knows I'm a tattoo artist. Entrepreneur, small business, to see somebody go to this pain for something that they love so much and they're so passionate about, which obviously Mike and I are, and if you're watching, you probably are too. This blows my mind. This literally blows my mind. Like, I don't want that to be underappreciated in this video. This blows my fucking mind. They do everything because they love it so much.
A lot of love went into this bottle.
So much. It's like your grandma making cookies.
So we'll try to bring you more Springbanks. I kind of got turned on to them recently. It's not an easily accessible whiskey. It's not ones we can get in Columbus, Ohio.
First time I heard of it was when he texted me 3 days ago. First time I heard of it.
Well, how this came about is 2 guys that I had whiskey dealings with. One is a Malted Man Cave. And the other one is my contact over at the Party Source in Bellevue, Kentucky. When I was going to when I was going on a road trip and I was going to pass through Cincinnati, I asked Keith. I said, "Man, you're a Springbank fan. If I'm going through there, if I had to get one, what should I get?" And so he gave me 3 suggestions. So then when I went in there, I told Tiernan, and I was like, "Hey man, of these 3, what do you think?" He goes, "Man, that's 16-year-old local barley. Wow, that's a great whiskey. We only have one left." He said
he's like a ninja. He knows people that know other people that are different people.
I don't try to figure it out everything myself. If someone tells me something's good,
I don't know how a light bulb works, but I know it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll try it.
You know what I mean, people?
I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. If someone says this is good whiskey, that's good whiskey, I'll give it a shot.
Here's me.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat this in my face.
So
we've talked a lot here.
Billy, before we go in the nose and everything, let me just say this. Only 9,000 bottles of this were made.
Ever.
So I feel fortunate to get a bottle. It's very well received with a lot of people. Again, it's a cask strength whiskey at 54.3%.
Which I think is kind of low for a cask strength.
Well, it's 16 years old. You know, a lot of the cask strength whiskeys we've had have been 10 years old or 12 years old. Right. You know, it's losing ABV every year in the casks.
Burn your face off.
Tell me about some of them. So the only thing more I can tell you about this whiskey is I hear it's a high portion of first fill ex-bourbon barrels. So probably 80-90% ex-bourbon.
And a little sherry, yeah?
A little bit of sherry. A little bit of sherry. So I don't know if it's first fill or if it's second fill, but we're going to find out how good these casks are.
You want me to go first or you want to go first?
Well, let's give it a little smell. Well, first of all, since it is natural color, let's tell the people the color. I would call this...
You can smell the ABV.
It's straw color, isn't it? What would you think? Strawy?
It's definitely a little... Yes.
Almost looks like light honey.
Yeah. It's very light. Very, very white. Very, very white gold.
You know, the legs, come fairly quickly, but they're thick and oily. You can tell. I don't know how much of that you can pick up. But I'm really looking forward to this whiskey. As you can tell, I've had a little bit of it so far in the last month or so since I've had the bottle. And it's good whiskey, and let me tell you a little bit about it. So on the nose, I am getting a huge wallop of vanilla, caramel. There is a malty smell. I would also,
oh my God.
I say vanilla and caramel a lot, but this is a different vanilla and caramel.
It's got smoke.
This is such a sugary vanilla and toffee. Again, vanilla and caramel are things that I've said before, but not like this.
It is like...
Tell me about it.
It's like you smoked a vanilla bean and ate it.
I'm getting a big wallop of vanilla.
It is Hold on. I might need to call my mama.
And maybe a little bit of honey. I'm picking up on
there's definitely a sweetness there. I don't know if it's like a brown sugar or a honey, but I might be getting that vanilla thing confused with my God.
Definitely vanilla, definitely caramel, but just a lovely sweetness and roundness in a full. It's almost like it's real candy on the nose. It's not just a superficial smell. Again,
he's already tried it.
Again, vanilla and caramel, again, things I've said a lot. It's a very typical flavor to get out of an ex-American bourbon barrel. But I'm telling you, the way this vanilla and caramel is,
it just lasts forever in your. It just lasts and lasts and lasts. Like it never goes away.
Well, Billy, I haven't actually took a little sip yet. So tell the people what you got on the palate while I swish this around a little bit in my mouth.
It like you get the like I said, it's like you smoked a vanilla bean. If you took some vanilla extract, smoked it, rolled it up in a joint, and ate it, that's kind of like but that's not even accurate. It's like, I can't even talk right now, Mike. I'm going to have to take my hat off. This is crazy good. It's like trying to describe jambalaya to somebody.
Okay, first of all,
chicken and shrimp.
Before I even get into the flavors, wow, that's tingly on the tongue.
No!
It is very.
Yes.
It's
yes.
Some of it's the cask strength, but man, these were good casks. Like these casks, like really give you a tingling,
intense,
coating mouthfeel, oily on the palate.
Still, how long ago did I drink that? Still,
I'm getting a ton of vanilla, but it's just a really nice, refined, rounded vanilla.
Really, 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 really smooth vanilla. You know what I mean? Not like some kind of candy you might have eaten or something. Like this is like real vanilla. You know what I mean?
Like the source.
The real shit.
Like every type of vanilla you get out of a whiskey, this was the originating source, was this whiskey right here.
It's not some kind of chemically made process in the factory for whatever reason. This is delicious.
Oily, vanilla, it's malty.
Like
for being 54.3%, for being basically 109 proof.
I'm gonna go off script here.
Okay.
Can I have this?
I promised it to someone else.
Who?
One of my fellow malt reviewers.
Can you like grab his boobs or something, like make him feel like a man, and then I'll steal this when he's not looking?
It's that good. It really is.
It's really good. It's really good.
And with water, give it a little bit more of a smell with water. It's opened it up quite a bit because this is a high strength. It's nearly 55% alcohol.
Which I'm not a huge fan of. When you get over like 50, it starts to get weird sometimes to me.
It's a lot.
Personally, yeah.
It's a lot. But you know what I'll say about this? I'm picking up with water a scent that I didn't get initially. I don't know this bottle well, but I still get a lot of vanilla. I still get a maltiness. I get that nice, grainy, malty character.
Yep.
I still get the caramel.
Yep.
I got a little bit of honey coming in now.
Oh, there's definitely some honey in there, or like I said, maybe a brown sugar. I can't tell which. And I also get like a weird pear thing.
I'm getting pineapple. Again, I'm getting pineapple.
Maybe you've had too much pineapple lately.
I think so. Again, not a fresh pineapple, but maybe a pineapple softened up a little bit.
Yeah.
So aromatic. There's like a floral, flowery note to this too.
It's so complex. I don't think I can process it right now.
I tell you what, putting water in it. We've not had great luck with water lately with heavy cask strength whiskeys. While you take that, I'll kind of go a little bit more. So normally, or at least what we kind of experienced lately, is a few cast strength whiskeys that we've tried, water kind of unraveled them. Maybe it's the amount we put in, maybe not. But this one here seems to be fantastic, neat, and a different experience, but equally as good with some water in, because the nose is incredible. What are you getting with a little bit of water on that palate, Bill?
Exact same. But everything is just softened up just a little perfectly.
You know, I still have, from that first sip,
I know.
I still have that linger. It
lasts and lasts and lasts. It just stays with you.
It's a long finish.
Yeah.
A super, you know, we did the Craggarmore 12 just a minute ago, and that finish was very snappy and short. This is not a snappy, short finish.
No.
It is very tingly, and I don't want to say aggressive on the palate. It's just...
I want to wear this as cologne. Like, I want to put my finger in there, put a little dippy dip.
It's, you know, this is some of the problems I have with new distilleries. I've had 2 Springbanks in my life.
Yeah.
I've had the 18-year-old, which was fantastic. And this is the second one I've had. My God, the next time I have a Springbank, I'm gonna just, my expectation level is gonna be this high. I'm gonna expect an undefeated season. You know what I mean?
It's got my nose running a little bit, guys. Sorry.
But again, I keep saying the 2 words, vanilla and caramel.
Yeah, absolutely, though. I mean, it's just so true, though.
But the words vanilla and caramel don't properly describe.
Not like other whiskeys we've drank where we said vanilla and caramel.
No.
Like, this is like
the apex of vanilla and caramel flavored whiskey.
I feel like I'm eating a Werther's Original. It's so like my grandpa reached in his pocket of his green Dickies, pulled out a Werther's Original. Here you go, boo boo. You know what I mean? He called me Sam. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, Tiernan and Keith.
Well played.
Yeah, good suggestion, man.
Well played.
I don't know if I would have paid $200 for some 16-year-old Springbank before. I probably would have gone for the 18 for $50 less.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knew?
Who actually knows?
I'm glad I tried it though. Good God.
Same. We gotta steal this one.
So good. All right, so I'm going to go in for one of my last sip. Billy, what else you want to say about this whiskey?
I love it, and I'm trying to steal it when you're not looking. I'm gonna recruit your girlfriend to help me. She's been eating all of our Snickers bars. No, this is impressive. Literally, if you have the money, or if it's Christmas or whatever, and you want to do something special for yourself, this is a nice bottle. This is an incredible bottle. This is one of those ones where you'll like the first drink of the evening, have this, and then switch over to something cheap. You know what I mean? Like this is one of those ones you share with your father-in-law. You know what I mean?
It has such a fresh taste.
It really like Irish Springs.
It's hard to believe though that whiskey's been sitting in a barrel for 16 years can taste that fresh
right.
palate. Good.
It is alive.
Oh,
it is alive,
and it's just tingling. It's kicking, and just just knives everywhere. Knives of vanilla and caramel melting everywhere all over your tongue. I am getting a melony.
You're gonna hate me.
Strawberry taste to it. Maybe
You're gonna hate me.
Maybe kiwi. What's that?
I'm going 90 on this.
Oh, I'm going 91. Yeah, 91.
First time ever.
Yeah, 91. This one's a really, really good whiskey.
She's a gem. Perhaps we should drink more.
It's you got more, man.
I'm teasing.
And again, this is something it's a rarity. It's hard to get a hold of this bottle. Only 9,000 were ever made.
9,000. That's crazy.
7 billion people on the planet.
Like here's what blows my mind. They have all of these barrels of whiskey, and it comes out to exactly 9,000.
Probably kept the rest.
Not 8,875.
It's probably like 9,016.
Were we going to say the exact same number just now?
No. It's probably like 9,016.
We were just going to say the exact same number. Right?
And I'm just going to take the 16. We're going to keep it in-house.
I want the 16. Where's the 16?
Regardless, a very good whiskey. If you are lucky enough to find this bottle and...
buy it, send it to us, and we'll enjoy it.
You know what? I don't even want you to send it to me. I want you to try it yourself because it's that good of a whiskey.
Here's me. Just send it to us.
Very plain looking box, very unassuming label.
No, not at all. Look how complicated this box is. Are you kidding me? There's extra.
If you think so, if you say so.
I think it's amazing.
You're more of an artist than I am. I am not an artist.
Meaning that I'm more of an artist.
That is very true. Let's see what else we want to say about this again. Lowland. Oh, so the barley source is the Low Machrimore Farm barley type Prisma.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. Distilled in September of 1999, bottled in January of 2016. Number of bottles, exactly 9,000.
Impossible.
0.00.
Impossible!
Maybe they gave the rest away to charity. Put it in a big vat or something. Who knew? All right, so Billy, I'm at a 91. You said you're a 90 or 91?
I'm definitely at a 90.
90?
It's
okay.
so good. The only reason I wouldn't go higher is because of the price. Like, normal folks like y'all watching this is an expensive whiskey. And I mean, we do some expensive whiskeys, and that's kind of like, you know, we're trying to get our views up and likes and whatever. Hit the like button. To me, this is an expensive whiskey. This is a once a year bottle. You know what I mean? Like, I got a bonus at work. I'm gonna go grab me a fucking really nice bottle.
Yeah.
The wife can suck it.
Well,
not you.
Well, you know what part of this is, you know, when this comes around.
Mike's rich. Mike's independently wealthy. He used to play baseball in Puerto Rico.
When this comes around in 5 years again, you know, I'm going to buy whatever it is because it's this good of an experience. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a good malt experience.
Look how handsome. You can't be that handsome and not have a lot of money. You just see his car.
All right, so.
You just see his girl.
We want you to do the same things we would always ask of you. We want you to like the video.
Like, please.
Subscribe. Cost you nothing.
Zero.
Be a part of the conversation. You know, if you have a question or if you want to add.
Get involved. Get involved.
Yeah, let's talk about whiskey. I love talking about whiskey.
Mike answers every single comment. Literally. That's what he does.
Yeah, most of them. 99%. This is what else I'll say.
Unless you're mean.
Every time we want to do more videos so we can't always stay to the same whiskeys. Every time this whiskey channel forces me to branch out and try new whiskeys, most of the time I'm really satisfied with it. So
I'm usually always impressed.
Yeah,
we're whiskey drinkers. That's what we do.
So
you know what I mean?
we get a lot out of doing these videos and going from one whiskey to another. So thank you.
I think what Mike is saying is we do this because we love it, and the fact that you take time out of your day to actually watch our videos, nothing can make us happier. Well, maybe a blowjob, but beyond that, thank you so much for watching our videos. Slam the like button. Share the videos on Facebook with all your friends. We love you. And as always,
happy drinking.